Hey everyone, this is just going to be a quick video on 5 combat tips that I think would make your life fighting monsters that much easier, especially for those who haven't really played much RPG games with similar mechanics. So, my first tip is regarding normal attacks versus heavy attacks and how to implement them. Normal attacks don't take stamina to use, while heavy attacks do, which means that while doing a normal attack, your stamina regenerates. Logically, this would mean that you would want to weave in your heavy attacks in between your normal attacks, but in Genshin Impact, there's a delay between the end of a normal attack animation and a heavy attack animation. So, in order to reduce the time that you would be standing there doing nothing, you would want to use a chain of heavy attacks first, and then use normal attacks to regenerate your stamina. So, the next tip I would have is what I call special iframes. Iframes are also known as invincibility frames. These are certain parts of an animation where you are invulnerable and you won't take any damage to anything. Certain characters have cutscenes when they use their ultimate, and during that cutscene you are actually completely invulnerable. Which means you can actually use this to dodge a lot of really high damaging moves from bosses, and it can get you out of a lot of sticky situations. The third tip I have is on the various ways you can use the dashing function. The first one being the built-in iframe in the dash. There's a specific moment in the dashing animation where you are invulnerable. You can use this to dodge a lot of moves that you otherwise wouldn't be able to dodge. Another thing you can do with your dash is to cancel certain animations, or animation cancelling. For example, the ending of your E animation, or on PC at least your E, there's usually a delay before you can do anything after using your E, but if you immediately dash afterwards, you can continue doing whatever you need to do without waiting on the full animation going through. So the other use of dashing is simply to reposition yourself. You don't have to use dashing for its iframes and its animation cancelling. You can also just use it to move around more. Heck, if you don't have enough stamina to dash, simply just walk to move around. The more you move, the harder it is for the enemy to hit you too. Which brings me to my fourth tip, kiting. Kiting is when you're constantly moving back and weaving in your attacks while doing so. You can do this with your close range characters too, but it is most effective with your long range characters. This helps you dish out the most damage you can while you take minimal damage. My last tip would be on who to attack first in mobs, because that's mainly how Genshin Impact increases its difficulty level, by throwing more mobs at you. In mobs that are spread out, the best way to handle it is to prioritize killing whatever monster has the highest damage to health ratio. For example, the cranes in the Oceanid boss. They do a lot of damage while having very little health, so you would want to prioritize killing them first. They do an equal amount of damage, if not more, compared to the tankier monsters that the Oceanid boss spawns, so you should take them out first. So these are my 5 combat tips for Genshin Impact. This should help you get through the game with much lower requirement levels. You know how it goes. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe for more content.